and rents out broke-down horses for $5 an hour would let us ride for almost free, long as we cleaned Journey's stable first. So that morning, after my mom and dad went to work, I left Jason home by himself. I walked to the stables and brushed the flies and dirt off Journey's blonde coat. I swept up turds as big as turtles and rode Journey all the way home, up the avenue and past 7th Street, between honking cars, slow buses, and grown-ups who patted her butt, then got mad when she broke wind in their faces. When I got home, Jason was on the porch. He asked me to play toy soldiers with him. I wouldn't. Journey was thirsty. So I went around back to get a hose so she could drink. That's when I heard the man yelling and Jason screaming my name. I ran to the front of the house. The boy chased the man up our steps and onto our porch. Journey shook her head and stomped her feet on the pavement. The gun went off. The hose in my hand soaked the porch, squirted the dead man, and splashed blood everywhere. Neighbors tried to pull it away from me, but I wouldn't turn it loose. That's what they say, anyhow. After Jason was gone, I saw a psychologist for 6 months. But my father didn't like that, so I quit going. "You a man, not no sissy baby girl," he said, when he found me one day behind the couch crying. My mother got mad at him. "I'm going to cry over my baby boy till I die," she said, hugging me. "Guess man here's going to cry a while, too." My father used to be in the Army, so he don't cry much. And he don't want no boy crying all the time, neither. That's what he tells me, anyhow. A week ago, my mother told my father I needed help. "We all do," she said, sitting down on the living room floor next to me. "It's been nearly 2 years since Jason died, and it hurts like it happened this morning." My father stood behind his favorite brown leather chair. "I don't need no help. And him," he said, pointing to me, "ain't nothing that mama's boy needs but a good old-fashioned butt-kicking." I am not a mama's boy, but since Jason died, that's what my dad calls me. "People die," he said. "Little people die too. Get over it." My mother jumped up. Her knee knocked me in the chin. I held my mouth because I bit my tongue and I didn't want her feeling bad about that. "So you're over it, huh?" she said, running up to the window and pulling back the white curtains. "Yeah, right," she said, holding on to the heavy iron bars that cover every window and door in our house. My mother walked past my father and unlocked the drawer to his desk. She picked up his .38 and stuck her arm high in the air like she does when she's hailing a cab. Then she reached in the drawer with her other hand and pulled out a rusty hunting knife big enough to cut your arm off. "He cries," she said, looking at me and pointing the gun at my father. "But you. "Shut up, Grace. I'm warning you." My mother kept talking. Next thing I knew, my father was pulling his gun and knife out of her hands and locking them back in the drawer. She hugged him from behind. "He didn't deserve to die. He was sweet and smart and gave hugs when you—" My dad covered his ears with his hands. "Grace?" She ran to the window and yelled out, "You killed us too. We look like we still alive, but we dead, rotten inside." She punched her flat stomach, bit down on her arm. J. My father shook her. "Don't say his name. Don't ever." My mother's eyes are big red circles with black bags under them that won't go away since Jason died. "He's going to be 9 in a few months," she said. "We have to make a cake. Buy him something special." My dad spit at the trash can. Some made it in. The rest stuck to the outside like a slug. "A dead boy don't need no presents. I told you that last year." We always get cakes on our birthdays, and we always sing songs and make the day extra special. Not just for me and Jason, but for my mom and Dad, too. My mother says it wouldn't be right to leave Jason out now. So she gets him presents he can't open and makes him cakes he can't eat. My dad says what my mother never wants to hear. Grace. He's gone. And he ain't never coming back. I watched her 'cause I knew them words were going to get her too sad to make supper or laugh when the funny shows came on TV tonight. My mother went to the front door and opened it wide. Then she ran onto the porch and yelled for Jason. My dad ran after her, but by the time he got there, she was on her knees picking up little green soldiers we find on the porch sometimes, but can't figure out just how they get there. She stomped her feet. Jason, you come home. Come home right now. My father kneeled down beside her. He rubbed her lips, then covered up the rest of her words with his fingers. And then he cried, right along with her. Chapter 2. 3 days later, my father apologized. He said he was sorry for making my mother so upset. Sorry for saying all them things about Jason. She was glad he said it. After that, they got dressed and went to the movies. I went to my room and tried to figure out why she couldn't figure out that tomorrow he was going to say them same things all over again. He can't help it, she says all the time. He just doesn't know what to do with all the things he's feeling inside. I know she's right, only I get tired of him being mean. He used to be different. He used to take us to the park, slide down snow hills with us, and lie in bed between me and Jason and make up stories about two boys walking from here to China. Then Jason died, and so did my dad, kinda. One time, when my mother and him were arguing about the way he treated me, she made me go get some of Jason's things. I walked over to the middle bookshelf and picked up Jason's lunchbox, the one he had in his hand that day he got killed. "Give it here," my mother said. She opened it, took out the note. "Daddy loves you." My father snatched the napkin out of her hand and tore it up. My mother pointed to a Buster Brown shoebox sitting way on top of the bookshelf. "I still got the rest," she said, talking about the other notes my dad had put in Jason's lunchbox. "Have a nice day," they'd say. "Meet me after school for coffee," he'd write. Only he never gave Jason real coffee, just grape juice in a coffee mug. "Us men have to have something strong now and then," he'd say. That always made Jason laugh. I got notes every day, too, when I was Jason's age. But when I turned 9, they stopped. My father took me to the yard right after my birthday party that year and burned them. "What's between a father and a son," he said, putting one hand on his heart and the other on mine, "can't be burned by fire, washed away by water, or destroyed with human hands." He squeezed me so hard I couldn't breathe. Then he gave me a note. The same note he gives me every year on my birthday. "What we have is forever," it says. When I was 10, I got to hold on to the note for 10 hours. At 13, I kept it for 13 hours. When my time's up, I give it back to him until my next birthday. I always liked getting that note, but I don't believe it no more. Chapter 3. I don't want to go to school no more, but I go, and I put out the trash every Wednesday night, shovel the pavement when it snows, walk my mom to the corner store when it's dark out, and clean up the house without nobody even asking. I started doing everything right once Jason died, 'cause my mom couldn't take no more trouble. Only the closer it gets to his birthday, or the day he was shot, the more I can't do like I promised her, make it so she never got a reason to cry over me, too. The only one who knows how I really feel about stuff is Kee-lee. We walk to school together, We teased Keisha, a girl Keisha.